Hey, it's me. I want to talk about what people call New Earth and why it matters in a simple human way. The phrase gets tossed around a lot. Some use it with care, others repeat it until it feels empty. And that happens with any real idea when we start to label things, so we don't have to feel them. Still, the idea is real. From time to time, there is a fresh wave of spirit that reaches our world because we are ready for more light. I believe that is happening now. We've spoken before about the Christ spirit moving through life and touching our minds and hearts. When a strong wave of light comes in, it doesn't bring only ease. It also stirs up what has been hidden. Some things that look messy or hard are part of growth. What seems quote unquote bad at first can open the door to a deeper good for a person and for the whole earth. One clear sign of this is communication. When our awareness grows, our wish and our skill to speak and listen grow with it. The less awake we are, the more we avoid saying what we feel and need. We hope others will guess it. Real communication asks us to care, to try, and to practice. You can see this even in our tools. Modern tech connects people who once felt far apart. When you hear what someone across the ocean is living through today, it becomes harder to think of them as alien or other. You start to feel our shared ground. That softens fear and brings a sense of one human family. So tech really is not the enemy of spirit. Yeah, it can be misused, but its root impulse to connect comes from the same source that moves us to love. Communication also grows on the inner level. Therapy and honest self-inquiry have helped many notice what we feel, and what we long for, and how we react. When we can see ourselves more clearly, we can speak more clearly. When we speak more clearly, we can meet one another in a truer way. And that breaks the fog of isolation. It's one face of the Christ spirit at work. But we can't talk well with others if we don't meet ourselves first. Self-understanding is the ground. After that comes the art of sharing with care. It means dropping the habit of thinking others should already know. It means reaching out, naming our feelings and needs without blame, and staying open to the other person's view. Done with goodwill, this brings light, calm, and closeness. Think of how often we misread each other. You may think someone is cold and mean when they're really scared and trying to protect themselves. If you sense that, your own fear eases, your pride softens, your anger loosens. You meet them differently, and in turn, they soften too. That's how walls come down. The way we speak matters. If our words carry accusation, the wall grows. If our words share what we feel and ask for, without insisting we are right, a bridge appears. Now, there's also a deeper current at play when people clash. On the surface, two people or two groups may fight, blame, or wish harm. Under that, the higher parts of both are trying to turn the conflict into a lesson that heals what is stuck. The higher self doesn't cause the hurt, but it uses what is already there so it can be seen and changed. In time, when truth is faced, enemies can become friends. On Earth, we experience this in steps. Right? First the heat, then the search, then the calm, and the reunion. In the deeper field of being, truth and love are there at the same time, and we catch up to them as we grow. Holding this view can steady you when a situation looks lost. It reminds you that every hard moment also holds a seed of clarity and peace. And that seed can sprout faster when we keep this in mind. The same wave that lifts communication also lifts our sense of brotherhood and sisterhood. Love is union. Hate is split and distance. Love grows when we make the effort to understand. Union with God is not separate from union with people. Even if you can't be friends with someone on the outside, you can still relate to the best in them on the inside. Love and union rise from honest talk, steady listening, and a mind clear to fixed ideas. If you give up the comfort of blame and the shield of pride, you'll find that most problems between people can be worked through, and this builds strength and self-respect from the inside out. This time we live in also brings stronger exposure. More is coming to light, both in personal life and in public life. People are more willing to look beneath the surface and to say out loud what is real. When we resist exposure, we cling to a structure that has rotted. We try to keep a mask in place. But what is hidden will find its way up. If we bring it forward with courage and care, the process generally is kinder. If we refuse, life will push it up through crisis. You can see this in our world news. Things that once stayed hidden now come out. There's a group field moving through humanity that makes this possible. It's not a side note, it's part of the same wave of the Christ light, asking for truth that is lived, not just preached. As new values rise, old structures that can't be healed may need to fall so new forms can grow. It takes inner vision to tell the difference between chaos that serves growth and harm that serves only harm. That skill grows with practice. Right now, there are fresh shoots of healthier values showing up in many places. They're tender and need care, honesty, and courage to take root. Change starts in one person and spreads through real contact with others. We're like cells in a living body. Each cell has its own life, yet all belong to one whole. As more cells clear and align with the good, the whole body shifts. We often fear that oneness will cost us our uniqueness. We cling to separation to protect what makes us special. The truth is the opposite. In union, what is unique in you can shine without fear. The ache you feel when you long for closeness comes from this deep pull toward one life. When we numb that ache, we grow dull and confused. When we face it and move toward each other, life opens up again. This is why groups and communities matter now. They've always existed, yet many were shaped only by short-term aims. Today, we see more communities built to live by deeper values. Some will lose their way. That's part of life on this plane. The safeguard is steady inner work. Stay honest, stay awake, and keep serving what is good and true. And you'll find your bearing again, even if you stumble. So how do we live this wave in daily life? We practice exposure with love. We speak plainly and we listen. We choose to pause before we accuse. We put aside the comfort of being right. We aim to find what is true, not to win. We remind each other that truth sets everyone free. We help our friends say what they mean. We stay open to learning from them too. We notice when we grow dull and locked in old views, and we soften there. This is how communication deepens, how union grows, and how the light that is already here moves through us into the world. Let's end with a simple view. The same pattern you live inside your own soul is playing out across the earth. Inner and outer move together. Sometimes your inner growth runs ahead. Sometimes the outer form catches up later. That's okay. Keep your eyes on the whole. Look for the quiet workings of Source under the surface of events. Let that bring you a steady heart. The living spring is in you, even when you can't feel it. When you're lost or afraid, remember that it has not left. Sit still. Speak honestly. Listen deeply. And let the next right step appear. Love you. Connect soon.